The 12 Best Islands in Greek. Welcome to the definitive 2026 beauty of Greece's island. To provide clarity, we have applied an expert framework for selection, anchored first in connectivity. Next, we prioritize diversity. Finally, we emphasize practicality through the 3-night rule, a crucial logistical standard that mandates staying at least 3 nights per island to avoid packing fatigue and ensure you actually inhabit the destination rather than just its ports. In this deep dive, we reveal the 12 best islands in Greek for your 2026 adventure, categorized specifically for their suitability for couples, families, or colleagues, ensuring your journey is as seamless as it is spectacular. Let's begin. Number 12. Hydra. As we move toward the mainland, we start our list with an island that feels like a portal to a different century. Hydra is famously and strictly car-free. By law, no motorbikes, bicycles, or cars are permitted, meaning your primary modes of transport are your own 2 feet, water taxis, or the island's signature donkeys. This lack of engine noise transforms the atmosphere into a sanctuary of sophisticated peace, where the only sounds are the rhythmic clicking of hooves on cobblestones and the lapping Aegean. For colleagues looking to bond or day trippers needing a quick escape, the island's town is a stunning amphitheater of 19th century gray stone mansions rising sharply from a picture-perfect harbor. It is arguably the best-kept island secret for those in Athens, as a high-speed hydrofoil can deliver you to this timeless escape in just 90 minutes from Piraeus. Navigating the financial and logistical side of Hydra requires a bit more foresight, as it is generally categorized as a higher budget destination compared to its neighbors. Since the island is only reachable by sea, you should plan for the expense of high-speed ferries, which typically cost between 70 and 110 euros per person round trip. While a day trip is highly popular, staying overnight allows you to experience a magical quiet after the last tourist boat departs. For those planning a longer stay, a mid-range daily budget of 200 to 400 euros is realistic to cover boutique guest houses and harborfront dining. It is crucial to remember the 3-night rule for a full experience, though Hydra is one of the few exceptions where a single-day excursion is genuinely viable due to its proximity to the capital. When planning your visit, keep the weather realities and safety nuances in mind. During the peak of July and August, the Meltemi winds provide a vital cooling effect against 40 degrees Celsius heat, though they can make the high-speed ferry ride quite bumpy. If you are prone to seasickness, medication is recommended. Safety on Hydra is unique. While violent crime is virtually non-existent, the primary risk isn't traffic since there are no cars, but the terrain itself. The island's ancient marble paths are notoriously slippery, and the steep stairs of the town require sturdy walking shoes rather than heels. Finally, don't forget the standard Greek hygiene logistics. Like most islands, Hydra's narrow sewage pipes cannot handle paper, so used toilet paper must always go in the provided pedal bins. Number 11. Simi. Moving from the rugged, windswept cliffs of Philodendros to the southeast, we arrive at an island that looks like a painting every single time. Simi is defined by its spectacular architectural perfection, featuring a steep amphitheater of neoclassical mansions in pastel hues that cascade down to what is widely considered the most beautiful harbor in all of Greece. For couples, the island offers an intimate and sophisticated peace, where you can wander through labyrinthine upper village lanes designed to confuse pirates, or watch the rhythmic movement of fishing boats from a harborfront taverna. The visual impact of its tiered, colorful buildings makes it a premier destination for photographers and those seeking a romantic, unpolished version of Mediterranean elegance. Logistically, Simi is part of the Dodecanese Island Group and is most efficiently reached via a 45-minute to 2-hour ferry ride from the neighboring hub of Rhodes. While many travelers only visit for a day trip, staying overnight provides a magical quiet and significantly better value for romantic privacy. In terms of budget planning, Simi is categorized as a moderate-low expense destination compared to the high-end Cyclades, as its local economy is still grounded in traditional trades like sponge diving rather than mass-market tourism. Couples can expect a daily mid-range budget of 90 to 200 euros, which covers boutique guest houses and high-quality seafood that is often cheaper and more authentic than what is found on more famous islands. When preparing for the weather realities of the eastern Aegean, visitors should note that Symi enjoys one of the longest swimming seasons in Greece, with warm sea temperatures often peaking in late September and remaining swimmable through October and November. Regarding safety and logistics, the primary physical challenge is the island's exceptionally hilly terrain. Visitors are cautioned to be prepared for lots of uphill walking and are advised to bring sturdy shoes, high-factor sunscreen, and plenty of water to combat the intense summer heat. For coastal exploration, the island utilizes a very good water taxi system to reach secluded pebbly coves that are inaccessible by land. Finally, remember the standard logistical rule for the Greek islands. Do not flush toilet paper due to narrow 50mm sewage pipes. Always use the provided pedal bins. Number 10. Folegandros. Beyond the pastel-colored neoclassical harbors of the Dodecanese, we head west to an island that serves as a sanctuary for those seeking the dramatic beauty of Santorini without the tourist crowds. Folegandros is a Cycladic gem that feels like a portal to a bygone era, famously described as what Santorini was 50 years ago. Its main town, Chora, is a breathtaking cliff-top village featuring a labyrinth of stone alleyways and bougainvillea-draped balconies that cling to the edge of vertical drops into the endless blue. For couples, the island offers a palpable sense of peace that is best experienced during the evening volta, a slow, sacred social stroll through the town squares, or by hiking the well-maintained path up to the Panayoga Church for a sunset view that is arguably the most romantic and unpolished in the entire Aegean. Logistically, Folegandros remains untouched by mass visitors, largely because it lacks an airport, requiring travelers to rely on the ferry network for access. It is an ideal addition to a romantic loop itinerary, sitting just a short ferry ride, roughly 50 minutes to an hour, from its neighbors Santorini and Milos. In terms of budget planning, Folegandros is categorized as a moderate to high-value destination, $2 to $3, with boutique accommodation typically ranging from $80 to $200 per night, and daily food expenses estimated between $40 to $70 per person. While the local bus efficiently connects the port to Chora, the island is widely considered the best Greek island for hiking, with ancient donkey paths serving as the primary way to reach secluded, pristine shores like the pebbly Catergo beach. When preparing for the weather realities of the Cyclades, the optimal window for a visit is from May to September, though the spring months, April to June, offer the most vibrant landscapes. During the peak of July and August, travelers must contend with the Meltemi winds. These strong, dry northern winds provide a necessary cooling effect against the heat, but can make high-speed ferry crossings significantly rougher. Regarding safety and logistics, the island is exceptionally safe with virtually non-existent violent crime, though the rugged terrain demands sturdy walking shoes with good grip to navigate cliff-top paths and slippery marble streets. Visitors should also remain mindful of local hygiene standards, specifically the rule against flushing toilet paper due to narrow 50mm sewage pipes, and seek out the traditional family tavernas where the local rhythm still sets the tone of the meal. Number 9. Sifnos. Moving from the rugged, wind-swept cliff-top drama of Folegandros toward a more refined center of the Cyclades, we arrive at Sifnos, an island where the senses are led primarily by the aroma of slow-cooked stews and wood-fired ovens. Widely celebrated as the foodie island of Greece, Sifnos is the birthplace of Nicholas Selimentes, who authored the country's first definitive cookbook in 1910. This culinary heritage is deeply rooted in the island's 4,000-year history of pottery making. Even today, 19 traditional workshops produce the earthenware pots essential for authentic Sifnian dishes, like wood-fired chickpea soup. The vibe here is one of sophisticated peace, defined by a labyrinth of whitewashed villages and a staggering 365 churches, one for every day of the year, including the iconic cliffside monastery of Chrysopigi. Logistically, Sifnos is a sanctuary for those wanting to avoid the tourist circus of its larger neighbors, as it lacks an airport, which effectively filters out mass market crowds. Most visitors arrive via a roughly 3-hour ferry ride from Piraeus, and once ashore, the island's efficient public bus system makes exploring central villages like Apollonia and the medieval Castro remarkably easy. For budget planning, Sifnos is categorized as a moderate to high-value destination. Couples should plan for a mid-range daily budget of 90 to 150 euros, covering stylish boutique guest houses and high-quality meals where the table is yours for the entire evening in a culture that never rushes its diners. While prices have risen, Sifnos remains a grounded choice, where your money stretches for higher quality than in the high-demand hubs like Mykonos. When navigating the weather realities of the Aegean, the optimal window for a visit is late May, June, or September, when sea temperatures are stable and the intense summer heat is manageable. In July and August, the Meltemi winds provide a cooling effect against 40 degrees heat, though they can make high-speed ferry crossings quite bumpy and northern beaches wavy. For active travelers, Sifnos offers arguably the best marked trail network in Greece, known as Sifnos Trails, connecting villages via ancient stone paths. Finally, regarding safety and logistics, violent crime is virtually non-existent, though travelers should use caution on narrow island roads. And finally, remember the standard Greek island rule. Do not flush toilet paper due to narrow 50mm sewage pipes. Always use the provided pedal bins.
Number 8. Milos. Setting sail from the culinary refined village centers of Sifnos to the south, we arrive at Milos, an absolute geological marvel defined by its otherworldly volcanic landscapes. This island of colors boasts over 70 distinct beaches, offering a spectrum of scenery that ranges from the lunar-like blinding white rock formations of Sarakiniko to the fiery red sands of Paliavshori. For photographers, the island is a dream, particularly the colorful fishing village of Klima, where unique sirmata, traditional boat garages, are carved directly into the seaside rock. Long known among Greeks as the ultimate couples island, fitting for the place where the Aphrodite of Milos was discovered, it offers an intimate atmosphere of secluded coves and quaint hilltop villages that feel far removed from the mass market circus. To truly experience the soul of Milos, you must leave the shore behind, as the island's most spectacular geological wonders are best seen from the water via boat tours to Kleftiko. These tours are considered mandatory, navigating you through turquoise caves and towering white rock arches that remain completely inaccessible by land. Logistically, Milos is part of the superstar Cycladic chain and is easily reached via a 45-minute flight from Athens or a ferry ride from Piraeus lasting between 4 and 7 hours. Once on the island, while the local bus system is reliable, renting a small car is highly recommended over a quad bike to safely navigate the rugged, narrow, and often poorly lit island roads. When mapping out your budget planning, Milos is categorized as a high-value mid-range destination, with boutique accommodations typically ranging from $80 to $200 per night and daily expenses for a couple averaging between 90 and 200 euros. Regarding weather realities, the optimal visiting window is from May to September, though you should be mindful of the Meltemi winds in July and August. These dry northern winds provide a vital cooling effect, but can make high-speed ferry crossings bumpy and northern beaches wavy. For your safety, the sources strongly advise against renting ATVs, which are a primary cause of tourist injuries on the island's steep terrain. Finally, remember the standard logistical rule for the Greek islands. Do not flush toilet paper due to the narrow 50mm sewage pipes. Always use the provided pedal bins.
Number 7. Paros. Ascending from the lunar red and white volcanic shores of Milos toward the very heart of the Cyclades, we reach Paros, an island that represents the perfect middle ground for travelers. For colleagues on a retreat or windsurfing enthusiasts, Paros offers the ideal sweet spot. It possesses the chic, high-end atmosphere and stylish bars of Mykonos without the intense pretense or astronomical price tags. The vibe is centered around the chic Naxos harbor, a traditional fishing village that has evolved into a sophisticated hub of whitewashed charm and vibrant nightlife. Meanwhile, the island's eastern coast is a global pilgrimage site for athletes. Golden Beach, or Crete, is world-renowned for its professional-grade conditions, famously hosting the Professional Windsurfers Association World Cup. Navigating the financial side of a Paros expedition requires a mid-range daily budget of 200 to 400 euros per person to comfortably cover boutique stays, harborfront dining, and high-speed ferry transport. As the central island-hopping hub of the Cyclades, Paros is exceptionally well-connected, with frequent ferries running to Naxos in just 40 minutes and Mykonos in 50 minutes. Logistically, the island features one of the most efficient and reliable bus systems in Greece, connecting the main towns to popular beaches for only a few euros. While renting a small car is recommended for exploring mountain villages like the stunning Lefkis, the sources strongly advise against renting ATVs, which remain the primary cause of tourist injuries on narrow, winding island roads. Finally, visitors must adhere to the standard Greek hygiene rule. Do not flush toilet paper due to the narrow 50mm sewage pipes. Always use the provided pedal bins in bathrooms. Number 6. Naxos. Departing from the stylish, windswept bars of Naxos Harbor in Paros, a brief 40-minute ferry ride transports us to Naxos, the largest and most self-sufficient island in the Cyclades. For families and value seekers, Naxos is arguably the best overall value in Greece, offering a grounded authenticity that stands in sharp contrast to the premium-priced tourist circus of its more famous neighbors. The island's soul is found in its fertile interior, where a robust agricultural tradition produces what are widely considered the best cheese, graviera, and potatoes in Greece. The vibe here is one of unhurried discovery, from the iconic Portara, Apollo's Gate guarding the harbor, to the medieval stone towers of mountain villages like Halki and Aperanthos, which feel blissfully frozen in time. Naxos is a premier destination for families specifically because it boasts the longest, sandiest beaches in the island group, including the golden stretches of Agios Prokopios and the seemingly endless Plaka Beach. Unlike the rocky coves found elsewhere, these shores feature kid-friendly shallow waters that remain calm and safe for young swimmers. When mapping out your budget planning, Naxos remains one of the most accessible superstar islands. A mid-range traveler can expect to spend between 200 and 400 euros per day, while a budget traveler can comfortably navigate on 100 to 150 euros by utilizing the island's remarkably efficient and reliable bus system, KTEL. Logistically, the island is a major ferry hub and also hosts its own airport, JNX, for 45-minute flights from Athens, though renting a small car is highly recommended to reach the more remote mountain villages and wilder southern coves. When considering weather realities, the optimal window for a visit is June or September, when sea temperatures are warm and crowds are manageable. During July and August, the Meltemi winds provide a necessary cooling effect against 40 degrees C heat, though they can make northern beaches wavy and high-speed ferry crossings quite bumpy. For a smoother ride, the larger, more stable conventional ferries like the Blue Star are advised. Regarding safety and logistics, Naxos is incredibly safe with virtually non-existent violent crime, though the primary risk lies in traffic accidents on narrow, winding island roads, a reason the sources strongly advise against renting ATVs. Finally, visitors must adhere to the standard logistical rule for the Greek islands. Do not flush toilet paper due to the narrow 50mm sewage pipes. Always use the provided pedal bins in bathrooms. Number 5. Corfu. Transitioning from the golden, sandy shores of Naxos in the central Aegean, we fly across the mainland to the western frontier of Greece to reach Corfu, the Emerald Isle. Unlike the stark, dry landscapes of the Cyclades, Corfu is defined by its emerald green mountainsides and a lush, forested interior that feels more Italian than typically Greek. This unique aesthetic is a direct result of its history. Having never fallen to the Ottoman Empire, the island is a showcase of Venetian architecture, particularly in the UNESCO World Heritage Old Town, where pastel-colored buildings and elegant arcades create a cosmopolitan charm. For nature lovers and families, this provides a less Instagram-frenzied and more livable atmosphere, where history and greenery meet the sea. When mapping out your budget planning, Corfu is categorized as a moderate expense destination, offering exceptional value with daily costs ranging from 60 to 150 euros per person. This island is particularly famous for its affordable family pensions and villas, providing more space and practical amenities like kitchenettes compared to the cramped boutique hotels of the Cyclades. Logistically, however, travelers must note that there are 0 direct ferries connecting the Ionian chain to the Cyclades. To reach Corfu from an island like Naxos, you must fly via Athens or undertake a long drive across the mainland to the port of Igoumenitsa. Given the island's massive scale, the 3-night rule is barely enough. Experts suggest staying at least a full week to explore its diverse coastlines and mountain villages. Navigating the weather realities of the Ionian Sea offers a welcome reprieve from the Aegean's harsh conditions, as the Meltemi winds do not plague these waters, leaving the sea calm and perfect for safe swimming almost year-round. Regarding safety and logistics, Corfu is widely regarded as excellent for families because its terrain is flatter and easier to navigate than the steep cliffs of Santorini, allowing for a level of safe independence for teens that is often missing in more vertical destinations. However, visitors are cautioned that the primary safety risk involves traffic accidents on narrow, poorly lit roads, and the sources strongly advise against renting ATVs. Finally, remember the essential Greek hygiene rule. Like most islands, Corfu's narrow 50mm sewage pipes cannot handle paper, so used toilet paper must always be placed in the provided pedal bins.
Number 4. Roads.
Ascending from the lush Venetian archways and emerald mountainsides of Corfu in the west, we fly across the mainland to the southeastern frontier of Greece to reach Rhodes, an island that represents the ultimate fusion of medieval magnificence and coastal paradise. Rhodes is home to one of the best-preserved medieval cities in Europe, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where you can walk the Street of the Knights and explore the Palace of the Grand Master within massive, intact 14th century fortifications. For families and colleagues, it offers the rare ability to explore the ancient Acropolis of Lindos in the morning and retreat to world-class beaches like the turquoise coves of Anthony Quinn Bay or the golden sands of Tsambika by afternoon. This island is a living museum where the medieval magic is most felt by staying within the old town to enjoy the quiet, historic atmosphere once the cruise ship crowds depart in the evening. When mapping out your budget planning for 2026, Rhodes is categorized as a moderate expense destination, offering exceptional value compared to the high-demand Cyclades, with daily mid-range costs for a couple or group estimated between 90 and 200 euros. While it is one of Greece's largest islands, requiring at least 5 days to see even a fraction of its diverse 300-kilometer coastline, its advanced infrastructure makes it an ideal logistical hub for day trips to smaller neighboring gems like Simi or Halki. Because Rhodes is quite distant from Athens, the ferry ride can exceed 10 hours. Therefore, travelers are highly advised to fly directly into Rhodes International Airport, RHO, to maximize their time on the ground. Once you arrive, renting a car is practically essential to navigate the island's vast scale and reach remote highlights like the windsurfing pilgrimage site of Prosonisi at the island's southern tip. Navigating the weather realities of the eastern Aegean reveals that Rhodes enjoys the longest swimming season in Greece, with warm sea temperatures peaking in late September and remaining comfortable through October and November. While the Meltemi winds provide a vital cooling effect against 40 degrees Celsius heat in July and August, they can make northern beaches wavy and high-speed ferry crossings to nearby islands quite bumpy. Regarding safety and logistics, the island is incredibly safe with virtually non-existent violent crime, though visitors are cautioned that the primary risk involves traffic accidents on narrow, winding roads. For this reason, the sources strongly advise against renting ATVs. Finally, visitors must adhere to the essential Greek hygiene rule. Like most islands, roads' narrow 50mm sewage pipes cannot handle paper, so used toilet paper must always be placed in the provided pedal bins. Number 3. Crete. Transitioning from the medieval magnificence and southeastern sun of Rhodes, we head further south to the crown jewel of the Mediterranean, Crete. As Greece's largest island, it defies the standard island hopping logic, functioning more as a massive playground for hiking and exploring that requires its own dedicated journey rather than a brief stopover. This is the ancestral home of the Minoan civilization, Europe's first advanced society, where history buffs can walk through the legendary palace of Naxos or explore the world-renowned treasures of the Heraclean Archaeological Museum. For families, the island offers an unmatched diversity of terrain, ranging from the snow-capped White Mountains to the exotic palm forests of Preveli, ensuring that every day feels like a new adventure in a landscape that feels like a separate country altogether. Beyond its archaeological weight, Crete is celebrated for possessing world-class shores that consistently rank among the best on Earth. Travelers are frequently drawn to the otherworldly pink sands of Elafonisi or the turquoise lagoon of Milos, both of which offer shallow, kid-friendly waters perfect for family safety. From a financial perspective, Crete offers excellent value, standing out as one of the most affordable, high-quality destinations in Greece, where your money stretches significantly further than in the Cyclades. A realistic daily budget for a mid-range couple ranges from 80 to 180 euros, much of which is spent on a culinary scene that is arguably the best in the country. Food here is fiercely authentic and affordable, rooted in a farm-to-table tradition where local olive oil, graviera, cheese, and mountain herbs define a diet famous for its longevity. Navigating the logistics of such a vast island requires careful planning, as the drive from Chania in the west to Scythia in the east can exceed 5 hours. Experts strongly advise renting a small car as an absolute essential to reach remote southern coves, though you are cautioned to avoid renting ATVs, which remain the primary cause of tourist injuries on steep mountain roads. Regarding weather realities, Crete enjoys one of the longest swimming seasons in Europe, with warm temperatures persisting through October and November. Notably, the south coast often remains sheltered from the harsh Meltemi winds that can disrupt ferry travel elsewhere. Logistically, travelers should arrive via one of the 3 international airports, Chania, Heraclean, or Scythia, to maximize their time, as the ferry from Athens exceeds 9 hours. Finally, always remember the standard Greek hygiene rule. Crete's narrow 50mm sewage pipes cannot handle paper, so used toilet paper must always be placed in the provided pedal bins. Number 2. Mykonos. Gliding northward from the romantic volcanic rim of Santorini, we arrive at the undisputed cosmopolitan capital of the Aegean, Mykonos. Perfectly suited for colleagues and large social groups, this island is a loud, proud social butterfly that plays the role of a beach babe by day and a hedonistic party animal by night. The vibe here is centered around the iconic white windmills of Katomili and the charming maze-like town of Chora, which opens into the picturesque Little Venice waterfront, an ideal setting for team sunset drinks before the night truly begins. As a global benchmark for luxury and a premier LGBTQ+ friendly destination, Mykonos is defined by its pumping nightlife, elite shopping, and a thumping social energy where music and dancing at world-class beach clubs like Scorpios or Namos continue until the sun rises over the Mediterranean. Navigating the financial landscape of this high-octane escape requires significant planning, as Mykonos is categorized as a very high-budget destination and stands as one of Greece's most expensive islands. Groups should prepare for steep prices, where premier beach club sunbeds typically range from 50 to 100 euros and can even reach 200 euros at world-famous spots, while single cocktails average between 15 and 25 euros. Logistically, the island is highly accessible via a 40-minute flight from Athens or a 2.5 to 5-hour ferry ride, though travelers are cautioned to book hotels and high-speed ferry tickets, which now average 100 to 110 euros per person between major islands, at least 8 to 12 months in advance for the peak season. To manage costs on the ground, experts recommend utilizing the island's remarkably efficient and reliable local bus system, which connects the main town to popular beaches for only a few euros. When considering the weather realities, the peak months of July and August bring maximum sunshine but also the powerful Meltemi winds. While these provide a necessary cooling effect against the heat, they can make northern beaches wavy and high-speed ferry crossings quite bumpy. Regarding safety and logistics, Mykonos is incredibly safe with virtually non-existent violent crime, yet visitors are strongly cautioned against the real risk of traffic accidents on narrow, winding, and poorly lit roads. The sources explicitly advise groups against renting ATVs or quads, which are unstable and remain the primary cause of tourist injuries. Finally, all visitors must adhere to the essential Greek hygiene rule. The island's narrow 50mm sewage pipes cannot handle paper, so all used toilet paper must always be placed in the provided pedal bins in bathrooms. Number 1. Santorini. We conclude our odyssey at the undisputed crown jewel of the Aegean, Santorini, an island that serves as the ultimate bucket list destination for couples and honeymooners worldwide. Formed by one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history, an event some believe inspired the legend of Atlantis, the island's dramatic topography features whitewashed villages like Ia and Fira that cascade down craggy cliffs into an impossibly blue submerged caldera. Beyond its iconic romantic atmosphere, visitors can trace the island's geological soul along the Fira to Oia hike or explore the Minoan Pompeii at Akrotiri, where a sophisticated Bronze Age society was frozen in time by volcanic ash. While the world-famous sunsets and unique black and red volcanic beaches create a visual impact that no photo does justice, this popular sort requires careful navigation to find intimate moments away from the cruise ship crowds. Transitioning from the soaring vistas to the practicalities of a 2026 expedition, travelers must prepare for a very high budget level, as Santorini stands as one of Greece's most expensive destinations. A signature luxury cave hotel with a caldera view can command between 300 and 800 euros per night during the peak season, necessitating that high-end suite be booked 8 to 12 months in advance. Logistically, the island is easily reached via a 45-minute flight from Athens or a ferry ride ranging from 5 to 8 hours, though experts recommend a minimum 3-night rule to avoid packing fatigue and ensure you inhabit the island rather than just its ports. For those looking to manage costs on the ground, the local bus system, KTEL, is remarkably efficient and reliable, connecting main hubs to popular wineries and beaches for only a few euros. Finally, navigating the weather realities and safety nuances is crucial for a smooth romantic escape. While the peak months of July and August offer maximum sun, they also usher in the powerful Meltemi winds, which provide a vital cooling effect but can turn high-speed ferries into bumpy rides. Consequently, those prone to seasickness should opt for larger, stable, conventional ferries like the Blue Star. Regarding safety and logistics, while violent crime is virtually non-existent, the primary risk involves traffic accidents on narrow, poorly lit roads, leading sources to strongly advise against renting ATVs or quads. Furthermore, visitors must adhere to the standard Greek hygiene rule. The island's narrow 50mm sewage pipes cannot handle paper, so used toilet paper must be placed in the provided pedal bins. For the best experience, aim for the sweet spot of September, when sea temperatures are at their warmest and the overwhelming summer crowds begin to thin. As we conclude our definitive 2026 odyssey across the Aegean and Ionian Seas, The most critical expert advice for a seamless journey is to anchor your itinerary within a single island group, prioritizing the Cyclades for that iconic whitewashed aesthetic or the Ionian chain for emerald greenery, to avoid the major logistical headaches and wasted days inherent in crossing disconnected chains. Strategically timing your trip is equally vital, as the powerful Meltemi winds of July and August provide necessary relief from 40 degrees Celsius heat, but often result in bumpy, high-speed ferry crossings, making September the ultimate sweet spot with the warmest sea temperatures and significantly reduced crowds. For your safety, we strongly advise renting a small car over an ATV or quad, which remains the primary cause of tourist injuries on narrow island roads, and we remind you to always adhere to the local hygiene custom of using provided pedal bins instead of flushing toilet paper into sewage pipes. To gain a deeper competitive edge in your travel planning, I highly suggest reviewing the 2026 Annual Progress Report for specific updates on Greece's latest infrastructure upgrades, including the massive terminal expansion at Kastelli Airport in Crete and the nationwide installation of intelligent LED road safety lighting. If this guide helped you discover your own unique piece of Greece, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more expert deep dives into the world's most spectacular destinations.